Experts say mental health care is a hidden crisis in much of Africa, but health workers in Zimbabwe offer help in private therapy sessions at clinics in Harare.
Erosion is affecting development in Nigeria's southern region, but a World Bank-funded project is making progress against the problem in Cross River State.
And in the Central African Republic, hip-hop artists come together with calls for peace and reconciliation. Africa 54 starts right now.
Hello, I'm Joke Rogers at Channels Television here in Lagos. Welcome to our show as we go around the continent to bring you stories from across Africa.
And I'm Vincent McCory, Voice of America, coming to you from Studio 51 at our global headquarters in Washington. Stay with us in the next half hour for Africa 54.
Nigeria is the land of many resources, but gully erosion is affecting development in the southern region. The Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project NewMap is making progress against the problem in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, as well as in other states. Our report was compiled by Channels Television's correspondent Emmanuel Day.
Gully erosion, one of the most severe types of land degradation, is a major environmental problem affecting many states in Nigeria, especially the southeastern region. In Abia, Anambra, Imo, Ebonyi, Edo, Enugu, and Cross River states, the full scale of the menace is glaring. Homes on the verge of collapsing, roads caving into gullies, entire communities disappearing. The loss is not limited to property, as some lives have also gone with the menace. The Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project, funded by the World Bank, which took effect in 2013, was designed to employ corrective measures such as gabion mattresses in gully sites. With an investment of $500 million, the project coordinators say progress is being made in the states mapped for intervention.
Currently, we are working on 5 sites that incidentally happen to be in Calabar, but we also have earmarked additional 9 sites on the next wave of sites, and 2 of them are in the northern Cross River states. Designs for some of these sites have reached advanced stage. We have already advertised for 2 sites, and the advert is still on.
Ongoing construction in 5 sites of Iyangasan, Ikot Ikembre, Edimotop, Ikot Awantim, and Atapa have reached 90% of work completion, according to the team. Residents who know too well the agony of erosion express relief and joy over the progress made in their communities.
Past 5 years, this place has not been motorable, this place has not been accessible, because people who living around this area were using this place as a refuge bin. And now today, you could say even the World Bank himself who have intervened, have been able to come through now to help us so that the people living around this community could have a change of livelihood.
When I came in here newly, the place was very bushy until when the gully erosion commenced. That was 2009. Today, we are very, very happy seeing this place well developed.
The NewMap team is moving from site to site around all the selected states as they battle to reclaim lands and houses to ensure that communities receive the required attention.
Let's talk more about the socio-economic impact of erosion in Nigeria and what might be some of the sustainable solutions for it. Dr. Mayowa Fashono, a senior lecturer at the Department of Geography, University of Lagos, joins us for this discussion. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's take you through some of the things that could be seen as a solution to erosion. It's been a problem that has been ongoing for a long time. You know, the states and both federal governments have been trying to find solutions to this problem. Sometimes there have been some interventions, but it seems that they always seem to fail. What's the reason for this?
I think it's better late than never. The problem is very old, like you rightly observed.
But one of the key issues why this we've not been able to find the problem is because we're looking at the kind of piecemeal approach. In fact, in the last couple of years, the bulk of the effort to remedy the situation has actually come from the locals, from the natives, from the local people. And so there is a limit to what they can do. But this time around, I think we finally begin to start our bearing with a kind of holistic solution with the coming of the new map project, which is being anchored by the World Bank.
It was good you said that. With the amount of money being provided to fund interventions for the gully erosion, do you think there's sufficient capacity to tackle this problem?
Well, we can hope we can put our anchor somehow on the World Bank. A number of studies were carried out before they actually started this project, and incidentally, me and my team happens to handle an aspect which has to do with land use and land cover change, in which we saw firsthand what exactly was the situation in most of these sites and throughout the southeast. But like I said, I think we can hope on the World Bank because they have the history of intervention in such a problem, not just in Nigeria but in some other parts of the world. So we hope they can bring that experience to bear in Nigeria. So hopefully we're going to get a solution this time around.
Right. Apart from the construction of on the gully sites themselves, issues such as improved farming techniques, public awareness, and enactment of laws against activities that cause gully erosion, when you talk about it being artificially created, need to be addressed. What are we doing about this? How far have we gone to ensure that the people are aware that it can also be man-made?
I think the key issue here is that the people, that is the communities, should be carried along. It should not just be something from the federal government and the state government and the local government, but the people are very important, and they are doing that right now based on the articles or the terms of the new map exercise. The people, the local people are actively engaged, because if you look at erosion in the southeast, it's a very complex situation. There's so many problems, so many issues contributed, like we've mentioned. And so this time around, a basin-wide, a basin-scale approach is being taken and is very coordinated and holistic. And so this also includes attitudinal change among the communities, also advice on what kind of tillage system, that is agricultural system, that could be done. The people have to be trained to do this. Where they have to live, to lose one kind of livelihood, you need to make them realize that an alternative livelihood is available for them. So all these are very important.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your thoughts and to educate us more on this issue. I've been speaking with Dr. Mayowa Fashola from the University of Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you so much.
Well, here in Washington, an emotional Michelle Obama delivered her last official remarks as First Lady Friday in a White House ceremony honoring U.S. school counselors. Now, the First Lady told young people that the country belongs to them and credited educators for helping them be the very best that they can be. She also spoke to children of immigrants, telling them they are part of the proud tradition of infusing new cultures into society. The Obamas will leave the White House on January 20th, when President-elect Donald Trump is sworn in, but intend to continue living in Washington. Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we covered. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54, and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. Coming up, she was once living in a camp in Kenya as a Somali refugee, but today she is a U.S. lawmaker in the Minnesota State House of Representatives. We'll have an amazing story after the break.